Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Akakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Camp for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.
So with that, today is 4th of July, and we want to talk about fireworks. But not the fireworks that you do on the streets. We want to talk about the fireworks in the Bible. And those are called nuclear missiles. Those are the real fireworks, you know. So let's go to Isaiah 54 and 16.
This is Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth." You said 16, right? Or 15?
16.
Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created a waster to destroy."
Yeah, so it says, I have created the smith, which when you go into the definition for smith, it's a blacksmith. And a blacksmith is one who works in the iron, uh, one who works with heavy metals. And those missiles, they're heavy metals, because those missiles, they'll destroy you. Just like they got this music called heavy metal. Why do they call it heavy metal? Because it'll destroy you. You know, that music is from the devil.
Bunch of headbanging that happens in that music.
Headbanging, it's
What they call it? The mosh pot?
mosh pit.
Mosh pit, there you go. Mosh pit.
Yeah, so a blacksmith, he makes heavy metals. You know, just like a jeweler. When you're dealing with jewelry, that's a blacksmith too, because he has to use fire to make the jewelry, and he's heating the metals. So read that one again.
Isaiah 54 and 16, it says, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy." What was this?
All right, so when you type in who made the first nuclear weapon, it says the first atomic bomb was built in Los Alamos, New Mexico during World War II under a top secret U.S. government program called the Manhattan Project. And it says nuclear physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer was the director of the Los Alamos laboratory that designed the bombs.
In in that movie Oppenheimer, it was like a Jake though that actually split the atom though, but the atom that got split the first time ever actually happened in Germany though. But he's the one that did it though around the Oppenheimer, you know.
Yeah.
So it was even at that it was a Jake though, you know. You're tying it up right here now. That's what it was. Huh?
Select.
54 and 16 it says, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy it."
Yeah, so Oppenheimer, he was a blacksmith. Oppenheimer, he was a blacksmith that nuclear physicist that created nuclear missiles. So that's why the Lord, he was the one that put it into their mind to make these missiles, because those missiles are what's going to destroy America. Um, Now let's go to Revelation 9 and 15, and I got an article because just recently, the United States and Russia, they used to have a treaty with the nuclear weapons, but
That's right.
they don't have a treaty anymore. So now Putin is going to start making uh, missiles.
Yeah, and then recently, I think it was yesterday, a couple of days ago, he had ships over there by Costa Rica or Venezuela, something like that. His ships are over there by Costa Rica, though, while you Americans over here celebrating today.
Yeah. And it says this is from the South China Morning Post. And it says Putin wants Russia to resume production of once banned intermediate range missiles. The move comes amid fears that Russia and the U.S., the two biggest nuclear powers, could be entering a new arms race together with China. So it's a arms race. It's a race to hurry up and make these weapons.
Weapons, yeah.
And it says that President Vladimir Putin said on Friday that Russia should resume production of intermediate and shorter range nuclear capable missiles and then consider where to deploy them after the United States brought similar missiles to Europe. So after they make them, they're gonna set them in place and set them to their targets over here in America. Um, Putin, Putin's move finally kills off all that remains from one of the most significant arms controls treaties of the Cold War amid fears that the world's two biggest nuclear powers could be entering a new arms race together with China. Even China's hurrying up and making weapons, making missiles. The Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty signed by Ronald Reagan in 1987 marked the first time the superpowers had agreed to reduce their nuclear arsenals and eliminate the whole category of nuclear weapons. So that was back then in 1987. They had a treaty with Ronald Reagan to reduce the weapons, but now there's no more treaty.
It's on.
So now the blacksmiths have to do their work.
That put on overtime. That makes do some overtime now.
That's right. Um, Now read that one.
It's 9:15, Revelation 9. Revelation 9 and 15, it says, and the four angels were loose, which were
So okay, read 15 first.
Revelation 9 and 15.
9 and 15.
And the four angels
Oh yeah, that's it.
were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
These are four angels, and it says that they were gonna slay the third part of men. They're gonna destroy the wicked. These four angels, because these four angels are the holding back the four winds. The destruction, holding back the destruction. So read it again.
Revelation 9 and 15, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
There's gonna be a certain
Yeah,
a certain year, a certain month,
certain day and hour.
and hour, and it's gonna slay the third part of men. That's the wicked, which is Esau, because there's three classifications on earth, which is the son of men, the son of God, the 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 sons of God, and the sons of the wicked. The sons of wicked, they're gonna get destroyed, along with the 2/3 of our people. You know,
Yep.
that's the third part of men are gonna be destroyed. And read 15 and 16 together.
Revelation 9 and 15 says, and the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And 16. and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
So he said the number of the army of the horsemen. The horsemen is talking about missiles. It's not talking about actual horsemen because when the Lord speaks, He speaks in parables. I'm gonna just get this real quick. Psalms 78 and 2 says, "I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old." So this is a parable when He says, "An army of horsemen," which is an army of missiles. Read it again.
69.
Yeah.
It says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. Because people don't be rolling in horse. You don't see no horsemen rolling horses like that nowadays. And this is a revelation, though. You know.
Yeah, because 200,000 is 200 million. So
That's right.
you can look up how many missiles there is in the world, but there's more than that because they're not telling you how many missiles they're making. You know?
Not including like the warheads too, right? The ones that open up.
Yep, the ones that open up and multiple warheads.
Yep.
So they're not. But by the time this destruction happens, they're gonna have made so many missiles already. You know,
Yeah.
and it's already pointed at the targets.
Just gotta press that button. Boom.
You don't even have to press a button. You just it's the anti-missile defense system,
Oh, okay.
which will detect it. If the missile detection detects a missile, then it's automatically launching a missile. You know.
Yeah, once it hits that the sky, the surface, though, once it detects that missile, automatically by themselves, they're just gonna shoot back.
Once the missile comes in range
Yeah.
of the satellite and detects it, all the missiles are launching.
That's why when you see the movies and shows, though, like all the from like outside space to look into the world, you see all the missiles. You know what I'm saying, though? So it's something to do with that, though, man. But a lot of them are gonna come directly here, though. Yeah, in Israel too, of course, though. Of course, it has to be Israel too. But a lot of them are gonna come here in America, though, man. Majority of the missiles, though, man. You think NATO? You think NATO's still gonna fuck with America, though, man? NATO's gonna be part of them too. That be throwing the missiles over here too. you know?
Yeah. So this is a John. He's seen a vision, and so how's there going to be horses in the sky? You know, it's missiles. So read the next verse.
17. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of Yakin, and brimstone.
Yeah. So this it says, I saw horses in the vision, and the horses are the missiles, and then those horses it said on them sat breastplates of fire. So on the outside of the missile, it's like a breastplate because a breastplate is a armor, and that's that heavy metal that's on the outside, you know.
Yeah.
That's the breastplate of fire and brimstone, which is inside. Because keep going.
It says, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
See, the heads are the missile, the warhead.
The warheads, yeah.
The heads of the horses, the heads of the missiles, whereas the heads of lions. So a horse don't have a head like a lion, right?
Right. Technically speaking, right?
Yeah. They don't have a head like a lion. So it's speaking that a horse is very fast. A horse, it could travel a long distance.
Stamina.
That's why they have That's why they have horse races. You know, a horse will keep running. Just like those missiles, it can travel a long distance and it keeps going until something stops it, until something hits it,
Hits it. Yeah.
until it hits its target.
Well, it says X marks the spot. That's where it's gonna hit. Unless something stops that, it's gonna continue though. You know.
So, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
Yeah. So when have you seen a lion that shot have the smoke and brimstone? When have you seen that technically? At the zoo, you seen a lion that had that happen before? Come out smoke and brimstone, you know?
Yeah, because once the warhead opens up, the warhead comes out. Once the mouth opens up,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like someone probably received judgment today. How about you know, shot. And then before I came out here too, there was a fucking fender bender. Fucking it was someone that was parking the side though, and Jake was bumping this gangster music, and this car, I guess this car right here didn't see this Jake driving this way, so I went boom, hit it in the back. We literally seen that shit, me and my woman. And you know, Jake was bumping some gangster music though, you know, but still, you know what I mean? I bet he was in the spirit of 4th of July. Fucking idiot, you know?
yep. So when it opens, the missile opens up, then the warhead comes out. You know, the mouth. Once the mouth opens up, then it's gonna the lion's gonna bite. You know,
God, God.
keep going, or if you got a preset.
18, right? It's 18.
Yeah.
It says, by these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths. It says, 18, it says, by these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths.
So that's talking about the lake of fire, which is the hellfire, the lake of hell. You know, all these missiles gonna make it look like a swimming pool. You can swim in it. You know?
Ocean of lake of fire, yeah,
So you want to be swimming, you want to swim in money, you're gonna be swimming in fire. You know.
yeah.
So if you want to be rich, you're gonna get burned. You can keep going.
19, it says, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
So for their power was in their mouth and in their tails. Their tails were like serpents. So you see those rockets. When you see a rocket, it always has a point in the front. You know, it's always with a point, and then the tail, you always light the tail,
Yeah.
right? You always light the tail, and then it shoots.
Yeah, because you know the similarity of a missile and a snake put together. I mean, they had kind of the shape of same thing, kind of almost the same though. You know, not completely different though.
So read it again.
19 it says, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
Yeah. So it says they do hurt. Those missiles are gonna hurt, right?
You think a snake bite's gonna hurt? Wait till the missiles actually, you know what I mean? Come.
Because when you get bit by a snake, you're dead unless you could take out the venom. You know, so you're dead. It's gonna hurt like a bite, like a snake bite. So keep going.
20 it says, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idol of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk.
So those missiles are for these people, for the wicked. the ones who don't, the ones who worship devils, the ones who worship idols, um, who idols of gold, silver, and brass, and stone and wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. If it's not the God of the Bible that you're worshiping, then you're gonna be killed
Exactly.
because it's a plague, a
Yeah.
plague for the wicked.
Because you said it's playing. Got a precept. Zechariah was it 14 and 12? Yeah. Because Zechariah 14 and 12 it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." So, I mean, what can do that?
That reminds me of Terminator 2.
When she was holding up against that fence, though,
Yeah.
and she's, you know what I mean? So that's the perfect depiction you can picture in your head what this precept was pretty much talking about. Because she became a Skeletor that fell, though, I think, right? She stayed on the fence, whatever, in Terminator 2. Sarah Connor, though.
Flesh came right off.
Yeah, it literally burned off, though.
Just
So,
like you said.
yeah, because my point was that's also considered a plague, though. The destruction of the nuclears, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Because it said the ones who were not killed by these plagues, the ones who try to hide into the mountains, we're still gonna get you.
Yep.
You know, you're still gonna get killed.
Which was like the elites, though, man. The elites and them Edomites that had that money, though, hiding in the bunkers and things like that, man. You know what I mean? The fishes turned into hunters, gonna go in there and pull you guys out, though, man.
Right.
Yeah.
All you so-called Christians who worship Jesus Christ, you're gonna be killed. You know?
and that's and when I was on my way over here, they have a fireworks stand, and guess who it is? A church, Christian church,
See?
and they're selling fucking fireworks, though, you know. Why aren't you guys doing what we're doing, though? Actually preaching the word, though. But now, what, you trying to make some money and shit off this wicked ass fucking so-called holiday, though? You know what I'm saying? Because we actually doing something, though, righteous, and you guys are trying over there selling fucking firecrackers and shit, trying to make money.
Because those are actually kind of like weapons, you know.
Yeah.
Those are like rockets, you know. Those are weapons. Those were made by a blacksmith.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
because they have to fuse. Yeah. They have to.
because they got illegal ones too. You know.
Yeah. What they call them? The Roman candles, the ones they shoot up in the air.
You know, you shoot that, you can shoot it at somebody.
I'll burn them too. It'll hurt them. Yeah.
So, read the next verse.
21 it says, "Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts."
See, so if
Who's
you
that talking about?
you don't repent, you know, you don't repent for your murders, for your sorceries, your witchcraft, your philosophies, and your thefts. You know, you stole this land. You stole this land, so it's got to be a payback.
Exactly. And I was talking to his brother earlier, or before we put the cameras off cameras, that back in 1776, where were these tribes at, though? What were we doing? We're fucking slaves. Back in 1776, though, us tribes, though, we're fucking servitude to this fucking devil. I mean, to this day too, but we're in that hardcore slavery, though, man. This devil just got independence from the other devil. So why the fuck we want to be celebrating shit with this devil, man? Back in 1776, we were fucking slaves, though, man. They were killing us and shit. Like, literally killing us and shit. And you want to celebrate their holiday with them and shit, though? You fucking idiots. Man. They're just dumb, bro.
A lot of people are gonna get locked up tonight. You know?
Yeah. Hey, some houses are gonna burn too.
They're gonna be having checkpoints. You know.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are gonna get busted.
Yeah, for having the illegal fireworks. Yeah, things are gonna get burnt. Shit, over there in you know damn well in Chicago and LA, there's gonna be a lot of fucking violence, especially in Chicago with the bang bang over there. You know what I'm saying though? There's gonna be they're not the cops. Think about it, man. Chicago is already bad as it is with the shootings though, man. Fireworks sound like gunshots, so they're gonna be pop 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 fireworks, and the cops aren't gonna know is that a firework or is that a gunshot. So Jake in Chicago gonna be what I mean, really drilling out there, and a lot of deaths though. Just go back to the history of Fourth of July in Chicago, man. How many deaths on that specific day though, man? Just Google that shit, man. If you want to celebrate this independence with this devil, man, you tribes, man, you're just dumb, man. That's why it's always good to know history, man. Get along. What does they say? Get along to get by. What is this? What's that saying they say?
Go along to get along.
To get along. There you go. That's dumb, man.
Just to get along, you got to go along. You got to go along with whatever they say.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Just to get along with them, right? Well,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
So those are the missiles representing horses. So sometimes it talks about horses, sometimes it talks about arrows. So let's go to Jeremiah 51 and 11.
You said Jeremiah 51 and 11.
Yep.
Jeremiah 51 and 11, it says, "Make bright the arrows, gather the shield. The Most High hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Most High, the vengeance of his temple."
So make bright the arrows, right? Arrow, it don't have a light on it.
Yeah.
The only thing is they used to have arrows with fire, on it, but
To start fires though, yeah.
yeah.
Back then.
But these arrows, it says it's going to destroy Babylon. What arrow could destroy a whole land? You know. So those arrows are going to be bright, just like those. What do they call those flashers? They try to light those flashers and try to be. They're real bright.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot what they're called though.
Just like when when that missile hits the land, it's gonna be a bright flash. you know?
Yeah.
And you're gonna go blind if you look at it, and it's gonna leave your shadow imprint.
Yeah.
Because it's like an X-ray. It's gonna take an X-ray of your body.
Like a radiation though.
Yep.
Because there's even a video too of this dude though, with some heat, I guess, that he just stood against the wall, and then like he walked away, and the shadow of an imprint of the wall was on there, and then like the next day that guy died. So could you imagine the missile hitting though, and that nuclear fire though, that wave, what it's gonna do? Then you're gonna talk about the radiation afterwards though.
Read it again.
Jeremiah 51 and 11, it says, "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Most High hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his device," which that word device goes into evil, "is against Babylon, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Most High, the vengeance of his temple."
So that arrow is a device.